We all know employees who show up at work every day, not very interested in what they're doing. They also complain constantly about what time it is and it's not time to go home yet. These employees show up for the time, but they do not have the passion. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and welcome guests. What I've just described to you is an employee who is disengaged. It is estimated that these employees cost U.S. businesses over $300 billion a year in lost productivity alone. What I want to talk about today is an engagement workforce. A workforce where employees are engaged. What I'll talk about today, I'll describe what engagement is. I'll also tell you why it's important to your business, and also give you a few suggestions on what you can do to move towards an engaged workforce. It's important to realize that engagement is very different than employee motivation or employee satisfaction. In fact, employee engagement is a heightened level of that. Employees who are engaged in your business have a vested interest in your success. They're motivated by more intrinsic objects and motivation rather than things are external like pay and compensation. These employees understand your business and they understand the importance of success. They're creative, they're talented, and they'll do above and beyond what it takes to get a job done. And why are they important to your business? Because they drive performance. We've all heard of Gallup. Gallup is the leader in employment engagement surveys. They've been doing this for over 30 years. They've interviewed over 17 million employees of all different industries. And what they've been able to derive from the information is that engagement drives performance. An engaged workforce have better productivity, they have increased profits, there's less accidents, and then there's a lower rate of absences. What's important to know about engagement is that as managers and owners, you have an obligation or you have the ability to persuade or to motivate employees to do better on the job. And what I want to tell you about today is that obligation that you have to make sure that employees feel engaged in the workplace. How can you do that? You want to set clear expectations. Every company has strategic goals and objectives that they want to meet. It's important that employees know what those are and how their job fits within that structure. Because again, if they know the outcome, a creative and a talented employee will figure out how to get there. It's also very important that there be rewards and recognition. So when someone does a good job, it's important that they hear that feedback immediately. Whether it be in a group like this, or if it's just as simple as a note saying, really good job, Kim. Thank you for the effort that you put towards making this company successful. Employees enjoy that. That sort of loyalty, that sort of recognition helps them to want to do more, to want to achieve better results for you. And lastly, what's very important is that employees know that they're important to your organization, that their opinion counts. One of the best things about Gallup is it's an annual survey that's given to employees. Employees answer a series of 12 questions. These questions come out and determine the level of the organization's engagement. But just asking the question is not good enough, but you've got to provide the results of that survey and derive some solutions. How will we improve these factors? Because if you don't, employees feel like their feedback is not important. So it's very important to get back to employees on that. Employee engagement is so important to the success of organizations. Gallup, again, one of their surveys suggests that organizations that have a high engagement level perform, or their earnings is 4% greater than companies in the same industry with disengaged employees. So this is very important to your bottom line. In conclusion, what I want you to think about, if you just close your eyes and just imagine a workforce where employees are passionate about what they do. They're actively involved in your business. They want to see the success and the outcomes be positive. There's clear communication, there's feedback, there's a reward system. Now, I want you to stop imagining it and go and do it. Mr. Toastmaster.